Today's High Performance Podcast is brought to you by Josh Phegan Digital. It's the only place that you'll find our expansive resource library. Every form, checklist, visual and dialogue that you'll ever need to systemize your business. Available to edit in PDF to rapidly take your business to the next level.
Welcome to High Performance, the podcast featuring Josh Phegan and Alexander Phillips. Alexander, one of the things we want to talk a lot about is about what we really do in what we're going to call the marketing layer and the relationship layer. And when I go to think about this from a marketing layer, a lot of people are in a position that they've got their properties on the major real estate portals and their website. And as soon as they launch that, they're waiting for inquiries to come in, and then they're waiting for people to go kind of phone them, and they're waiting for people to turn up and open for inspections. And that's kind of one layer. But what we're actually seeing that your business does really well is that you also have this relationship layer. And I've experienced that from your own team, where one of your team members reached out to me recently because I'd been through an open for inspection 18 months ago, and that you've listed something in a similar area, and you wanted to see whether or not I'd like to come through and have a look at it if I still had an appetite to buy. I was like, wow, there's not many agents that kind of think that way about going deeper with the quality around what we do with buy work. And what I'm thinking that you do is that at the point of, getting that agency agreement in, you're going to have a look at what other properties have we sold that are of a similar type, what other market appraisals have we done in the price range before where the seller might want to buy up and then naturally have to sell theirs. And then what are the existing appraisals that we've done of a similar type so that ultimately when this one does sell, then they might want to come to market. So naturally we can create supply where there's demand. Is that the sort of checklist that you're going through now, at that point of listing to make sure that you're better with buy work and actually helping to progress the pipeline on all these market appraisals?
And Josh, I think what we are trying to do as an agency is build up a lot of momentum actually before they go on the market, and that's part of how we list property in our pitch to the vendor. The minute I'm walking out of an appraisal, I'm looking, okay, who can we target? The buyers agents, the similar properties, calling those properties, mentioning it to the team, texting past lists, calling past lists, making sure that the vendor, he walks out of the house the next day and he's seeing someone drive past. He's going, and they see that and they get blown away that, okay, these guys are onto it. That in itself probably speeds up the process by at least 1 to 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. The vendor can see the hard work. They might hear it from a friend. They might hear it from someone in the street. They start seeing momentum. Then, at the photos, that we always have our vendors there. They're seeing, 5 to 10 groups through. It's likely we've got an offer on the table, contracts out, and the momentum's building. And they're coming along the journey and feeling like, okay, these guys are really working it super hard, which means what price we get is going to be our best outcome. That's what we're really trying to do is make sure the vendors feel that we've done everything possible and also gone beyond that to ensure that if they want 12 million, it sells for 10. Or if it sells for 14, that everything's been done correctly and a process has been followed that we've actually said that we would do, which is what we're saying in our listing appointments.
What I love about that though is that you are so consistent about making sure that buy work happens on every single property. Most agents only ever really kick into that gear when their campaign's in significant trouble or when they really need to sell something because they're about to lose the listing from the seller. You're in that position that you're doing that right at the beginning to make sure that you guys are following the checklist. How much is that the expectation that as people come into your team and as they grow through the team, do you have to remind them to do that anymore? Or are they in a position that that's just a natural default now sitting inside of the Alexander Phillips team?
You still have to oversee it. You still have to, make sure that everyone's, you need to remind everyone every day. It's something that, comes from the top. And then, particularly when we're running, I think we've got 32 open houses today that's 32 properties that go on the market that need marketing meetings, that need, buyers, that, marketing meetings, that need vendor reports, that need last weekend to inspect emails, that, need 10-day callbacks like this. You've got to, go through each property each day as a checklist to make sure everything's been done and make sure that, the guys in the team know that it's been done, and therefore, the vendors are getting more touch points that they can feel, the momentum of the sale.
And do you have a photographic memory? Because I've seen you go, hey guys, we should go back through everyone who went through Paddington Street. You just have that ability to go, hey, a buyer that would have walked through that would walk through this. Most agents, kind of that depth is lost, because if the senior agent's not driving it, then the agent that's coming into the team probably doesn't know about that historical sale a year ago.
Correct.
Whereas you're so good at that. Hey, you know what? Phegan would buy that. Get onto him and ring him and get him through.
Yeah.
You never say that about me, but
no. I think it's sort of thinking a little. It's definitely thinking deeper and longer, and going through. I always sort of say, okay, we've got a property. It's worth $6 million in Paddington. Let's call everything that we've sold around that property in 4 different suburbs in the last 12 months.
Yeah.
So, that definitely is part of what we offer as a service, as a database depth, because of our wide reach in other suburbs. And, you might find that the buyer from it is from Centennial Park or Wallara or Double Bay. And, and we actually explain to the vendors what we've done so they can feel, the process.